Welcome back. The big story on Atmanirbhar Bharat is India testing the indigenously manufactured advanced towed artillery gun system, the 155mm howitzer. Remember, Bofors, the 155mm howitzer in 1999 was seen as the howitzer that helped us win the war in Kargil. That was a 39 caliber gun. The gun that's currently being tested is a 52 caliber weapon, which means better range, a development organization, more accuracy. Since it's made in India, you'll also have better serviceability and availability of spares. There was one mishap, but DRDO and the Chief of Defence Staff, General Bipin Rawat, insist India must push ahead with Make in India guns to deploy them both at the line of actual control, the line of control in Ladakh, Jammu and Kashmir and the Northeast. Manjeet Singh Negi brings you this India Today exclusive.
Live firing trials of the indigenously manufactured Advanced Towed Artillery Gun System or ATAGS at Chandipur in Odisha. The Indian Army is eagerly waiting for the test results to induct close to 2,000 such advanced howitzers and deploy them along the LAC and the LOC. The DRDO manufactured ATAGS has a range of 48 kilometers as against the 40 kilometers range of Bofors. The ATAGS is a 52 caliber howitzer as against 39 caliber of the Bofors.
We have a 5-round burst mechanism over here. So in 1 minute we can fire 5 rounds in quick succession. Apart from that, we have the intense rate of fire also, where we can fire 10 rounds in 2.5 minutes. And then there is another third rate of fire, which is a sustained rate of fire, wherein we can fire 60 rounds in 60 minutes.
India today witnessed the live firing of the indigenously manufactured howitzer that boasts of better accuracy, consistency, reliability, mobility and equally important, since it is made in India, serviceability and availability of spares.
More than 2,000 rounds of ATAGS howitzer have already been fired in Pokhran, Balasore and high altitude range of Sikkim. The gun has proven its long-range firing capabilities, and once it's inducted, it would give an unprecedented capability to the Indian Army.
The 155mm howitzers had performed extremely well in the Kargil conflict of 1999 and had been credited with destroying Pakistani bunkers in extreme high-altitude areas. The ATAGS is expected to be better than the 1987 vintage Bofors in terms of range, accuracy and lethality. However, the howitzer is still to undergo certain trials in extreme high-altitude field firing range in Sikkim.
ये गन सबसे शक्तिशाली गन रहेगी इस क्लास में 155 क्लास में सबसे शक्तिशाली गन रहेगी क्योंकि इसकी रेंज और एक्यूरेसी बहुत अच्छी है और दुनिया में पहली बार ऐसा हुआ है कि इस गन ने 48 किलोमीटर की रेंज दी है.
The Defence Research and Development Organization has so far fired more than 2,000 rounds with pinpoint accuracy. DRDO insists that ATAGS is more advanced yet financially more competitive than similar howitzers in the international market. The ATAGS is also capable of firing a 5-round burst as against a 3-round burst of some foreign guns tested. The ATAGS can also move using its own power unit at a speed of 25 kilometers per hour. Effective to dodge counter bombardment.
तो हम आपको इस अटैक हॉविट्जर गन की लाइव फायरिंग दिखा इस तरह से जबरदस्त कह सकते हैं कि फायरिंग का ही यहाँ पर नज़ारा है. किस तरह से इस करीब 48 किलोमीटर के रेंज बोफोर्स एक एडवांस हॉविट्जर जो तोप है उसका 55 किलोग्राम को गोला यहाँ चांदीपुर समंदर में आगे जो टारगेट सेट किया गया है उस पर फायर होता है.
However, the trials earlier did witness a setback when there was an accident during field firing. But Chief of Defence Staff General Bipin Rawat insisted India must press on with indigenously manufactured weapon systems to be Atmanirbhar or self-reliant in defence sector. The ATAGS is expected to undergo some more hot summer trials at the Mahajan Field Firing Range in Rajasthan before being cleared for induction.
At the time when India and China are engaged in the border conflict, the Indian Army is soon going to get howitzer gun which can destroy enemy target at 48 to 50 kilometers. We will show you the live firing of world longest range howitzer gun. With camera person Sanjay Chaudhary, this is Manjit Negi at Balasore for India Today.
What's extremely significant is the fact that the Indian Army as of now requires at least 2,000 of these guns to be deployed at multiple points along the line of control, line of actual control, for training and for reserves. It is a big contract. Let's see if this gun makes the cut. Let's shift focus. Chief of the Army Staff, General Manoj Mukund Narvane, was in Ladakh, in eastern Ladakh. In fact, he went up to Richinla. Remember, Richinla, Rizangla, Magar Hill, Gurung Hill. These are the areas that the Indian Army had taken control of on the 29th of August. There is an intense standoff with China. The temperature at this point of time is already between -20 and -30 at various points along the LAC.
General Manoj Mukund Naravne, Chief of the Army Staff, visited troops at the forward location along the line of actual control in eastern Ladakh. The Army Chief visited troops at Rechinla, south of Pangong So, where the Army had carried out preemptive deployment along the LAC, effectively dominating Chinese Moldo garrison on August 29th. The Army Chief was briefed about deployment and the current situation along the LAC in Ladakh by Lieutenant General PGK Menon, the Fire and Fury Corps Commander. The Army Chief also reviewed extreme high altitude shelters constructed for deployment of troops along the LAC. The India-China standoff that started early May has been continuing for the past 7 months, with India now adopting a wait-and-watch policy.
It sent a message to all the people which are concerned. It sent a very good message to China and Pakistan that India is very prepared for eventuality. When Chief of Army Staff visiting the front line, it sent a very positive message. It raises the morale of the troops which are deployed in a temperature which is -25 to 30 degrees now.
More than 50,000 Indian troops, tanks, artillery, aircraft and air power assets are deployed along the LAC in Ladakh since early June to ensure the Chinese do not carry out any misadventure. There was an apprehension that the Chinese may attempt to alter the LAC once the passes close for winters in early December. But the Border Roads Organization has been working round the clock to ensure the passes remain open for movement of men and material should there be a need. There have been 8 rounds of talks between corps commanders of India and China for a resolution of the situation, and India insists that China must restore status quo as in April 2020 for normalization of the situation. India has rejected China's demand to meet Beijing halfway on conflict resolution. The 9th round of corps commanders talks are expected to be held soon. With Manjit Singh Negi in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
And I quickly want to cut across to India Today's Shiv Arur for more on this extremely sensitive story. Shiv, we're expecting another round of talks between the two corps commanders, but knowing China, the situation remains extremely fragile at this point of time, and the Army Chief's visit and the testing of the MR-SAMs, the medium-range surface-to-air missile, two consistent, clear signals to the adversary.
Well, Gaurav, a very important visit where the Army Chiefs spent time right on the line of actual control in the Chushul sector. In fact, you saw those images of him in Rechinla, which, as you and I have been reporting, is one of the places in which the Indian Army, conducted those preemptive maneuvers to dominate space over there, creating a huge amount of leverage against China. It is because of the actions in this particular area which the Army Chief has visited that, this entire standoff has become something of a stalemate, with China unable to, take any further actions because India has actually dominated some of those areas and some crucial highways as well as garrisons of China are now within attacking distance of these new Indian positions. So a very crucial visit by the army chief. He spent time with the officers, the commanders, as well as the Jawans on the ground, the men actually manning many of these posts and spent time with them. So it was a huge morale boost. Not that morale is not already high. We, as you and I have been reporting, it is already extremely high in these areas. This is the deep winter. The temperatures there have plummeted way below zero. Living conditions are quite harsh, but as we've been reporting, the Indian Army has made sure that Jawans, officers on the ground, especially on the frontier itself, are comfortable and are in it for the long haul because this is a standoff that appears to be continuing. There is still no word on when the next round of talks will actually take place. It's probably going to happen sometime after the New Year, sometime in January. So all assessments at this time suggest that this is a standoff that is going to continue. So a crucial ground visit by the Army Chief, Gaurav.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.